Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Diorok 6-in-1 USB-C hub. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, we have a user manual here. Here's the hub. See what we have here. So it has a diagram. It has gigabit Ethernet, two USB 3.0 data ports. The other side it has USB-C power delivery, HDMI, and another USB 3.0 data port. So here are the specs. It does support power delivery up to 100 watts, USB 3.0 up to 5 gigabits. HDMI display resolution is up to 4K at 30 Hertz. And then you have the other dimensions there. Okay. So this body here is metal, and this connects to your computer using USB Type-C, and this is the power delivery port. So what you can do here is you can connect up your power adapter. So if you had this hooked into your, say, MacBook or Chromebook, you can put your power adapter in here and it will power it through this hub. So that way you can plug this into whatever port you're going to plug your power in anyway, and you're not taking up an extra port. So it has the HDMI out and the USB 3.0 ports on there, and then we have gigabit in the end. So I'm going to hook this up to my computer so we can test it out. Okay, so I have this hooked up to my Mac Mini with the M1 processor. So the hardware in this is very similar to a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air with the M1 processor. I have it plugged into the USB-C port. Now if this was a portable computer, you could plug the power brick into this port here on the hub, and it would pass the power through the hub into the computer. That way you could use this as sort of like a docking station. So I'm going to test a couple of these ports here. The first one I'll test is Ethernet. So I'll plug an Ethernet cable in here. Now needless to say, this has Ethernet on it, so you probably wouldn't use Ethernet with this computer, but I'm demonstrating this for people that would have a portable computer. So I'll go to my system preferences, I'll go to network, and then we see the top option here is USB 10, 100, 1000 LAN. So that is active, and that is the only interface active. I have a speed test on my network here. I'll start that up. So this is on a server on my network, so it's just testing network speed. Okay, so for download speed, we got 981. For upload, we got 929. Now, when you're testing a network like this, you're not going to get 1000. And this is an active server, so there could be other tasks on it running too. So this is very good, and this is indicative of the interface running at gigabit speeds. Okay, so I'll disconnect that. Now I'll plug in this Samsung Bar 128 gigabyte USB flash drive. I'll open up Blackmagic speed test. I'll select the drive. I'll run the test. So here we're getting just under 60 megabytes per second write and around 325 megabytes per second read. I'll eject that. Now I'll plug in this SSD in a USB enclosure. I'll select this drive. So I'll run this test. So here we got around 375 megabytes per second write and 344 megabytes per second read. So as you can see, you can get pretty good performance out of this hub. So I'll eject this. So lastly, we have an HDMI port on here. I'll connect up a second monitor. So I plugged in this monitor. It took a second for it to come up. So now we're running two monitors off of this. So if you're dealing with the Macs with the M1 processor, they can only support two monitors. So this Mac Mini has two monitors connected. If you have a MacBook or MacBook Air, you can use the screen that came with it, and then you can connect an external monitor. So you could have one extra monitor and the screen on your device itself. So that's the Diorok 6-in-1 USB hub. This is a great way to add accessories to your computer that has limited ports. You can plug network into here. You have 3 USB ports and the HDMI. And then if you're on a laptop, you can plug in your power to this to pass it through, so you can use this just like a hub. This supports USB 3.0 speeds, which is nice. So that can help if you're trying to take files off of a flash drive quickly. Now that's not as necessary if you're just opening small Word documents and such, but if you're offloading a lot of photos, that can save a little bit of time. Now this will also work with things like printers, webcams, keyboards, mice, other accessories, things like that. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.